All of our fall riders in for the 34th annual fall ride for MDA. Greg Albert with you, and Tim kind enough to let us visit with a couple of guests from the law firm of Hupy and Abraham, and it's great to have Drew Doc Webb back with us. We visited with Drew a little bit last year. Doc, good to have you back.
Thank you so much, Greg. It's I can't believe it's been a year already.
Isn't that something?
It's awesome to be back. Thank you for having us.
Good to be here, and we'd like to welcome one of the attorneys and partners, Chad Kreblin. Chad, did I pronounce that right?
You did.
Good. Well,
morning,
welcome.
Greg.
Now, you and I visited just for about 5 minutes in the front office, and you said this is your first opportunity to attend a fall ride.
I actually just started riding about 2 months ago. I've been representing injured bikers for about 15 years, and although sometimes I see the bad things that happen, I also got exposed to the biker culture and really have fallen in love with it, and finally pulled the trigger. I got about 2,500 miles under my belt, so
well, that's a good start.
Exciting.
That's a good start for your first year.
Yeah, definitely.
Wonderful. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, first of all, Chad. I know you're with the one of the partners of Hupy and Abraham, your office in Milwaukee, where you guys are located?
I'm based out of Milwaukee. We have 11 offices throughout Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa. And, one of the reasons we do these events is the cornerstone of our mission statement is to give back to the communities that we serve. And we represent more injured bikers than any firm in the Midwest. And so, we felt it was incumbent upon ourselves to educate the public to watch for motorcycles. And that's our tagline, is watch for motorcycles. We have, over the years, spent several $100,000 not only promoting the Watch for Motorcycles message, but also giving back to bikers' rights organizations so they can help spread the word as well.
And that's such an important thing, the safety of bikers. We, up here, we see more riders all the time, so we're kind of used to it, but we don't see 40,000 that come in, Doc, so you got to pay a lot of attention to the bikers coming from all different directions.
Absolutely, and one of the things I do here right away is put up our yard signs, watch for motorcycles, to make sure that there's plenty of awareness on the road. I mean, there's a lot going on, and it's very important that other drivers and other motorcyclists pay attention to each other while they're up here.
Chad, you had a chance to ride a little bit yesterday. You said you took a couple 100-mile ride?
We did. We were able to take a ride up to the UP, go through the Porcupine Mountains. It rained a little bit, but we didn't let it stop us, and just beautiful country up here, and so lucky to be up here, and look forward to coming back next year for sure.
I was going to ask you, hopefully a return visit where you can spend the entire weekend and get all the ambiance in and take in the parade and those types of activities. And
absolutely.
Good. Doc, you were one of the investigators for Hupy and Abraham, and I suppose you have one of the tougher jobs, huh, to get everything all put together to hand over to Chad when time is needed?
Yeah, it's a very challenging job, because when a motorcycle does get into an accident, not only is there the property damage of the motorcycle to get settled, but there's personal property to get settled. We have to talk to the insurance companies to make sure that our clients get a fair offer on the property damage portion of the case, as well as the medical later on. But that's very important that they have a biker helping them out, taking care of a biker. So we are for real, and we are committed to the biker community.
I think that makes sense with Chad now, getting a little taste of it, and sounds like you're hooked, Chad.
I definitely am hooked.
He's got a nice bike out there.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You guys, with your offices, I know you're now in Iowa, and of course here in Wisconsin as well as Illinois. We have an office half hour or so away from us here south in Wausau, but you're both out of Milwaukee, correct?
We are, yeah, and our lawyers handle cases everywhere. I'm up, I've got cases in Hudson right now. I've been up to this area of Wisconsin, and I'm handling cases in Iowa as well right now. So we really have a large staff, so we can reach out to clients where they need us the most.
You talk about the safety aspect, and that's one thing as a law firm that you guys are really trying to get out to the general public, watch for motorcycles. Doc, and that's what you're doing with the street signs, aren't you?
Absolutely. It's important. We have this everywhere. We start in May. We start with billboards. We start with radio advertisements, TV advertisements, because the public, they're getting off the winter season, and motorcycles are going to be out soon, and there's a lot of distractions out there. So we just want to make the public aware, yes, the motorcycle season is starting. Please be careful. Watch for motorcycles.
You talk about the safety issue of motorcycles. I was just at the Capam plant, and all of the riders that I saw, which seems to be more increasing, and these were some of the ones must have come off the highway. Hey, they had, of course, course, their chaps, their leather jacket on, they had their helmet on, they had all their protective, devices on to make it as safe as they could for themselves, Chad. That's a special thing that you, I'm sure, want to remind all the riders too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's important to be protected. Our hope is that at some point in the future, and it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but we hope that people don't need to hire us. I mean, we hope that there's no motorcycle accidents, but you hope that you get the message out enough. I mean, it's easy when people are in Tomahawk this weekend, if they're driving around, they're expecting to see motorcycles everywhere. It's when they go home and motorcycles aren't everywhere. We want to keep that message fresh in their mind to make everybody safer.
It's a wonderful thing for your company to do.
Thank you.
Create that awareness. We're a little short on time, and I know that you have a birthday party, Chad, you have to go to tomorrow. Huh?
It's my daughter's 9th birthday party tomorrow. Otherwise, I'd be here for the weekend.
Well, awesome. Well, we sure welcome you, and nice to have an opportunity to visit for a little while, and hope you come back next year and we can do this again and spend a little more time talking a little bit more about Hupy and Abraham. But thank you all for what you guys do for, the bikers and the awareness for the general public.
We appreciate you having us on. Thank you, Greg.
Good. I had to ask Doc if he's still playing in his band.
Yes, I'm still playing in my band, Dr. Snake Oil, so we'll be in Milwaukee at Hal's Harley Davidson next Friday for the Meeting of the Minds.
Awesome.
And Abe Bates involved in that, and Motorcycle Riders Foundation. So it's two good organizations.
So that's a great tie-in with you working for Hupy and Abraham, too. Your tie-in with Abate and some of the other motorcycle organizations.
That is correct. Hupy and Abraham is sponsoring that Meeting of the Minds next Friday.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's good to see you again, Doc. You're looking good. You haven't aged a bit.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Chad, a pleasure meeting you, too.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you guys for your time and what you do for the motorcyclists and to make the rest of us as drivers aware of the bikers.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Safe ride back home, Chad.
Thank you.
All right. Our guests today here from the law firm of Hupy and Abraham. Of course, they have their law firms throughout the state of Wisconsin, Illinois, and also in Iowa now, and an office here in the Wausau area, too. Appreciate Chad Kreblin joining us and Drew Doc Webb also for being on the air. Want to remind all of the motorists to just what the guy said, watch out for the riders. It's important to keep your eye out. Be careful at the intersections. A lot of bikers coming in and out of our business here along North 4th Street. Same is true out on County Highway L, downtown along Capam Road. Keep an eye out for the riders. We want to make it a safe 34th annual fall ride for MDA.